Hey, Tiger fans, Ben Rosenbaum here from the Towson Sports Network, joined alongside by the head coach of Towson women's basketball, Diane Richardson. Coach, first of all, it's good to see you, and how are you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It's great to be back. I'm enjoying this time here at work.
It's great to have you back. I know everyone here is really excited to have you back, and also excited to get the Tigers back on the court. A pause last week due to a positive in the William and Mary program, so something you guys weren't prepared for. How do you change your plan when something like that pops up? Do you simulate games for that weekend? What do you do?
Yeah, last week was a surprise. We learned Thursday night, and we were going to be traveling the next day. But, in those kind of instances, and like I told the girls, we don't know what's going to happen. And so we've got to continue to be prepared. We've got to continue to work for whomever we play against.
And kind of reversing back a little bit, or rewinding back, I should say, to the Hofstra games. Kiana Jeter, as good as they come, wins CAA Player of the Week. She's now sixth nationally for points per game, averaging almost 25 points a game. You look at her average during that Hofstra series, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and she was everywhere. She was all over the place. What could you say about the way she played those 2 games?
Well, obviously, Kiana Jeter is a special type of player, and she does whatever she can for our team. And, we see the numbers, we see her ranked among the nationally among scoring leaders, and she's done a great job for us.
And someone else who did an outstanding job during that Hofstra series, Aaliyah Nelson. Everybody knows about the passing and the assists, but she took care of it scoring-wise, 18 points and then a career-high 22 on Sunday. I mean, her game is just evolving right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's becoming more and more comfortable. I mean, she came here as a pass-first point guard, but, we've been encouraging her, like, Aaliyah, you've got to shoot the ball. You can play. You can score. And I think it's finally starting to become comfortable for her. So she's letting it rip.
What can you say about the way Siobhan Smith carried herself during those 2 games? A really tough, unscoop-like performance on that Saturday game, and then she rebounds with 20 points the next day. And from what we heard in the locker room, she was saying that, not just her, but as a team, they had to be better on Sunday. And team-wide, we'll get to that in a second, much better on Sunday.
Yeah, much better. And she realized that. She looked at the way the flow of the game was for her and how she didn't, get numbers like she normally does. And, the coaching staff said that she said right after the game in the locker room, that's on me and this won't happen again. And that's really a testament to her really growing up in this game, that she would take on that leadership role and then the next day perform like she knows she can.
Earlier in the year against Maryland, you guys were on the defensive end of a prolific 3-point shooting performance, but then on Sunday, a program record 14 threes as a team. The most was 12 back in 2015. Your thoughts on that shooting performance and how they just kind of came out and everything was falling for the Tigers that day?
Yeah, they were really, really focused in that game, Ben. Knowing that the day before they had won by a small margin and knew that they were a really good team, and they came out and everything was falling, they were all on all cylinders, which is what I expect from them every week. So, it was kind of natural for them, and to score 14 threes in that game and to break a record, it just went with the flow of the game. And that's what I liked about it. It was just within the flow of the game.
And now moving on to this weekend after a quick unplanned break. College of Charleston here inside CQ Arena on Saturday and Sunday. Games also available on Flow Sports for fans to watch. The Cougars 6-4 overall, 2-2 in the conference, and they missed their first 6 CAA games due to postponements and positive tests. And now they've split series with William and Mary, and most recently JMU picking up a win against the Dukes this past Sunday. You look at this team, obviously not a whole bunch of tape, but you got the last 2 weekends on them. But what do you see from the Cougars?
Well, they are scrappy and they play hard, and there's a lot of physicality and a lot of athleticism. So they move really well. They move without the ball, they move with the ball, and they can put the ball on the floor. So we've got to be very very disciplined in our defense.
You look at Taylor Collins, the junior guard, 27 points for her this past Sunday in the win over JMU. She's been trending upwards almost all season long in terms of her points per game average. What do you see from her? I mean, you look at her points per game too. She kind of fluctuates as well, though. You know, she has a big game and then, you know, she'll kind of go quiet. But these last three, she's been hot. What do you see from her?
Well, she's feeling a little good in the conference
I'm
right
sure.
now. So, and she knows this is the new season for all of us. And, you know, she does a good job, and she's got pieces around her. So there are some times where she doesn't, you know, kind of take over a game, but she has that ability to do that. She's very good at putting the ball on the floor. So, you know, she's feeling comfortable. Again, it's the second season in conference, and she's trying to do her thing.
And then defensively for the Cougars, Aaron Eady, 24 blocks on the season. When you are facing a prolific shot blocker like that, what do you tell the team? How do you approach any differently than how you would a normal game?
Well, you know, we don't like to switch things up, you know, scout by scout. We like to do what we do best. And, you know, we're obviously going to have to keep her off the boards, but we also have to go in strong to the basket. So hopefully we'll get some and ones as opposed to some block shots.
Coach, thanks for taking some time for us today, and we look forward to seeing the Tigers on the court this weekend.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Tigers and the Cougars face off here inside CQ Arena on Saturday and Sunday, 1 o'clock tips for both games. You can watch over on Flow Sports to catch all the CAA basketball action. For head coach Diane Richardson, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.